Okay, before we get started on NXT, because I just remembered I was beginning to film it and I forgot. Ozzy's dead. Ozzy Osbourne has passed away. It sucks. It really sucks seeing an icon go. And I liked Ozzy, even though he's acted crazy beyond fuck. But an icon for not just music, for also for WWF to WWE into this era has now passed away, and it hurts. But I had to say something. It's sad to see another great person for wrestling in some form has passed away. It just sucks. Now, let's make this very clear. This is not going to be very long and try and make it short. I usually do try and I don't. What we got here, we got a lot. And what can I say about what we got in Slammiversary has filtered here. There's no way it didn't. What we got in Great American Bash has gotten here too. What we got in Evolution has also gone here. But the question's going to be, what would this mean going forward? I don't know. I don't believe WWE is going to go in the direction that it looks like it's going, because it just doesn't feel like they're going to do it. But I will give my thoughts right now. First thing, Booker T opens the show. He's not a commentary. He was in the back because it was in Houston, and that boy botched his ass off trying to say someone else from Reality of Wrestling who had the Monroe name, but it was not Blake Monroe. It was some other woman. I can't remember her name. It's Mara Monroe, I believe. I forgot. Like I said, I haven't seen Reality Wrestling Platinum. I saw 1 or 2 episodes of Glory. Have not seen Platinum yet, so I don't know yet. I haven't had the chance. But he botched that up. And I know commentary is knocking them Dick and... Not Vic? Not Dick. Vic. Actually, I think Vic and Corey Graves are going to be a dick to Booker T when this is off the air. They're going to fuck with him because he botched Blake Monroe's name. Flat out, that's what happened. Next, the first match was an not intergender match. It was a person tag where you got Zarya and Soruka as well as Izzy Dane and Tatum Paxley with Hank and Tank and the other half of the culling. Did I care about this? I really didn't care that much about it until the end when Tatum was about to get her ass done by Zarya and then the lights went out and she got her ass nailed by somebody that was not Dark State but was. So my guess is, and this is what I'm believing, someone has now joined Dark State that is a female. She went in the ring and she whooped somebody's ass. I do not know who it is. I'm not going to speculate yet. It depends right now, how are they going to present this person? How are they going to present this woman? If they don't present this woman correctly, it don't make a difference who it is. Like I've said for years, whoever comes into a company, it don't mean jack shit what they did before. No matter how great they were. It counts on how the company is going to book them and present them. Remember, Stephanie Vakir, even though is loved by a lot of people, she's got no damn character. Julia has no damn character. It is only because of what they did outside that they're pushing them. Only. And that is eventually going to bite them in the ass because it always does. When they ever done it, it always falls apart. Because when you try to use what's outside without trying to make sure they got something good inside, it always flops. So whoever this woman is, because it's got to be a woman, it is going to be interesting to see who it is. Moving on. We have the second match, which is Ricky Starks versus Japs. Well, let me give it to you like this. I thought Jasper Troy was going to destroy Ricky Saints, or it would have to be something screwy for him not to win, or to win. And supposedly, And this goes along with what I was talking about earlier with the camera work and about what's going on. Legitimately, they went outside the ring. Jasper Troy scares the ref to go up the damn ramp. He beats up on Ricky Saints a lot. But then we didn't catch the ramp collapsing under Ricky Saints. That, I'm sure that was part of the bit. But they didn't even catch it. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then Jasper jumps off and into the little gap that Ricky Saints was and splattered his ass, and he loses by countout. So Ricky Saints gets protected by countout, but we didn't even see the ring collapse. And I'm sure people are going to say, dude, that's fine. No, it isn't. Because we needed to see the bit. We needed to see that what Jasper Troy was talking about when he was screaming, go, go, and he's telling the ref to get into the ring, but then he jumps off the stage. We needed to see the stage collapse to make it believable. By it collapsing, we didn't see it, didn't help. It didn't work. It did not work, in my humble opinion. It failed. Even though Jasper won by countout, it just didn't help him. Next, the third match. Ren Sinclair versus Blake Monroe. Let's make this clear. I did not expect Blake Monroe to lose here. There was no way. Sinclair was going to get her ass handed to her. And yes, she got a little bit of defense in, but she got her ass handed to her. But I was wondering what Jordynne Grace was going to do because she was barred by security, by Ava, because of what happened last week. She got barred. But when you see she went into the fans, came with a chair, beat the crap out of security again, and then get her head splatted onto a chair by Blake Monroe, you go, okay, Jordynne Grace has got a good feud with Blake Monroe, but what would this actually mean for Blake Monroe? What would this mean for Jordynne Grace? Everybody thought Jordynne was going to go to the main roster. I'm glad she's not. You know why? Because I don't even know if they'll have anything for her. Or Blake Monroe, for that matter. Let's say Blake goes within the next couple of months to the main roster. They better have something for Blake Monroe. I don't even know if they will. So I'm kind of glad to see Blake and Jordynne Grace facing one another. Kind of nice to see a former TNA star dealing with a former AEW star in a story in NXT. Hopefully, this story will continue being at least somewhat good. I mean, seeing Jordynne being pissed because Blake basically screwed her out of her title run. There you go. The fourth match. Iramura, Briggs, and Ubafemi. I knew that this was going to be a good match, and it was. But I also wondered, were they going to finally pull the trigger on Briggs going against Iramura, that they were going to break up? I wasn't sure. I thought they would stretch it out a little bit longer. But since they decided to do this match here, I had a feeling maybe they're rushing it. And they did. Was the match bad? Hell no. It was not a bad match. It wasn't. But here's the thing. Now, Iramura is now going to be against Briggs. Briggs says, I don't like you. I hate you. I hate you. And during that match, Briggs was fighting, wanting to nail Iramura. Iramura the same way. But eventually, Briggs stopped Iramura from winning, not once, but twice. Twice he had the chance, but it didn't happen. And I'm like, okay, this is when it's going to break. There's no way this is not going to end them in their friendship. And there you go. When Ubafemi won, I'm not surprised. He was going to lose here. But this was not about Ubafemi. This was about breaking up the story and the friendship of Briggs and Iramura. And we got it here. But I do believe it feels rushed. I really do feel like it was rushed. But this is just me, you guys, down below. Now, let's move on to the segments that were in the back, because those are the most important things we got. We got Fatal Influence, JC James with both her titles. We got Lash Legends, and we got Miss Parker coming out. And we got two women who have built themselves from the ground up that people now like Miss Parker and definitely like the bougie bully. Let's make it clear. People like the bully. I didn't like Lash Legends when I first saw her. I didn't hate her, but I just didn't like her. She's now earned my respect, not just in the ring, but her personality. She had to work hard to make that personality mean something. Just having the power didn't mean a damn thing if she didn't have the personality to go with it. And now I believe in the Lash Legends and also believe in the Miss Parker. And here is the thing. Do I believe they're going to rush ending these two's story? Yes. This is what I think. I think within the next couple of weeks it's just going to be over before Heatwave. And I feel like it should not be. I feel like the story between Miss Parker and Lash Legend should last longer than them trying to get a title from JC James. To be honest, I would like to see them, either one of them try to get a shot at JC James and the other one just screws the other one over. And that it leads to a match you would not expect these two women to get into. A last woman standing match would be good. A falls count anywhere match would be good. Hell, first blood match for both of these women. I truly believe that would help one of them. Or both of them for that matter. But it's just me. You guys tell me below how you feel. And yes, JC James is now setting up that both her girls, Fallon and Jasmine, who didn't want to even deal with either one of them, and that's Miss Parker and Miss Legend, due to the fact that Miss JC James has now gotten her head so damn big, thinking that she didn't need anybody to win when it came to Slammiversary, and now both of them are pissed. So it's only a matter of time before Fallon may screw over JC, or Jasmine may screw over JC, or better yet, they will do nothing and JC will fail, and then Fatal Influence will break up. That's what I think will happen. Next, let's, Ethan Page. The North American champion who made the new title, and it's a new title now, the Canadian North American Championship. I think it would have been the Canadian how can I say North America? I think the Canadian Championship would have been interesting to say. But they decided to make a North American Championship, the colors of Canada. And he said, I'm the best one. I'm better than the 17 who held it. And guess who comes out? Santina Marella comes out and said, you son of a gun. You have now disrespected Canada. And none of the Canadian people think like you. And there are good people here. There are good people in Canada and Mexico because Ethan said he's better than anyone in WWE. He says Canada is better than North America and better than in Mexico. That's going to get him a lot of points. But I can say that he got the best boots, which is great. He even a little bit sang a little bit to the Canada theme, the Canada anthem. But now we're getting a match next week between Santina Marella and Ethan Page. Why? I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling the son of a gun going against Santina Marella so soon. I'm not feeling it. I don't remember if Heatwave is in the next couple of weeks. I know the next one is Heatwave, but I don't remember when it comes. Is it next week or week after? I don't remember. But I feel like if he does have a match for the North American title, it just feels rushed. I would have liked them to build into it, but you see how NXT works. They're not building 100% correctly. It feels like they're rushing things again, and that's just me. And now, let's end this with The Undertaker and Trick Williams. Let's make it very clear. Trick Willie. Let's talk about it. He is the TNA champ. He is the superstar of WWE and TNA. Let's talk about it. Until he called out The Undertaker, who came out as the American Badass. Of course, no bike. But he does come out as the American Badass with a damn pot belly. I can't say much because I got a bit of a pot belly due to the fact I can't exercise the way I want with my bad leg. But you get my point of view. I'm like, he needs to just put over the segment and basically set up a match for someone in LFG. That's the way I thought. But then as he's talking to Trick, saying that he had something at one point, but he's lost it. And that ego of his is so damn stupid. That's what he's basically saying. You're going to destroy yourself. It's not you can lose that title, it's when you lose that title. And he makes it very clear. And this is the thing that gets me. When you look at Trick Williams, he's kind of like Naomi when she first started out. Right now, she's learned how to control how she shows her emotion now. Because when she first started, when she was a Funkadactyl, she wore her heart on her sleeve, guys. I'm telling you, I know that's my shoulder, but I'm not going to do this. She wore her heart on her sleeve. You could tell when she wasn't happy. You can tell when she was fine with the situation. Trick Williams, when you saw him in that ring, that boy was going... He was so excited about this. He legitimately was breathing heavy. Now, you could say, well, that's part of the bit. No, that wasn't part of the bit. He was legitimately... It was a lot for him. He was getting really emotional. He was trying to control it, and he did get into his character and controlled it later, but he's... The only time you ever see him is when he was really emotional. Like when he first won the NXT title, he was trying to be calm and emotional when he was doing his promos. That's part of it. He tries not to breathe too much, but when he gets excited, he starts... You could tell. He was in it. He couldn't believe in his damn mind that he was in the same ring as Taker doing a damn segment. And then I'm sure he had no problem getting his ass chokeslammed by Taker because Taker made it very clear. You saying you're the biggest star there is? Boy, I will make sure you learn a lesson. I will knock your damn ass out and I will bring you down a couple notches. He doesn't say that, but that's what he did when he chokeslammed him. But here's the thing. Now that he chokeslammed him, it makes you think, okay, Undertaker's going to go to TNA and he's going to stand in freaking TNA. But that also means, guys, if this was true, he's going to wrestle. Let's make this very clear. Taker is well beyond his due-by date. There is no time or any place for him to get in the damn ring. Yes, he managed to chokeslam him. But that's going to leave a very strange thought in a lot of people's mind that, and I'm sure people are going to say, Taker is going to wrestle Trick and TNA, yay! No. Taker should not go back in the ring again. He should be what he is now. He's someone who's doing LFG. He cannot go anymore, guys. No matter how much you want to see Taker. This is not the same Taker of 10 years ago. Maybe 10 years ago, in 2015, you could maybe get something out of Taker. But even then, he had bad knees. He was a mess. And he also had bad hips. And then I think one of his knees was bad too. No. He's no condition, even if he gets in good shape. And it's not like he's 100% fat. The guy could still probably power lift something. Way more than I could. But we're still talking about him trying to get into the ring. I do not want to see him in the ring. I don't. Having someone else go in the ring, yes. If he goes to TNA and talk, yes. But if he goes in that damn ring to do a trick, I'm very, very concerned that's going to be looking bad for TNA. Because it makes no difference how much of a legend he is. It's also going to count on what he can do in the damn ring. Now, could he get a match out of him? Maybe. Maybe we'll have an average match if we're lucky. We're not getting a 5-star. We're not. And that's what I'm worried about. I think that might be the title. Please don't go in the ring. That might be it. This is my fear. That people right now, they saw Undertaker chokeslam Trick Williams. They're going to think, oh, he's going to try and get that damn title from Trick. He's ending up on NXT. Not just in NXT. A couple more times. He's going to damn TNA. He's going to be in the Impact Zone. We will literally hear the badass music in Impact. Yes, we will. If they're going to go there, they will. But they cannot have him wrestle. If he wrestles, and that's if he's crazy enough to wrestle at 60. At least he's 60 almost. What is he? No, not 60. He's what? He's about 4 years older than me. I am 54 in a couple of few days. He's got to be 59 now, nearing 60. I don't want him in the ring. I don't want him in the ring. Please let someone else do it for him. Let one of the people from LFG do it. Or someone on the NXT roster. Just no. But this is just me. I'm sure you're going to tell me I'm wrong. Taker's going to be great. Explain how the last couple of times you saw him in the ring. Just tell me what you believe is going to be great to seeing a nearly 60-year-old Taker who's 4 or 5 years older than me. I think he's from, 1967 or 1966? With hip replacements, and I believe a knee replacement, if I'm remembering correctly. I know he got 2 hip replacements. I do not know if he got a knee replacement. I think he got one. I think his left knee has been replaced. I don't want to see him in the ring. Peace.